This is KTVO's Good Morning Heartland.
Welcome back. It's now time for our entertainment segment, which means we're talking movies with Kit. And this morning, you're reviewing the thriller suspense of Nonstop with Liam Neeson.
Absolutely, and I guess thriller slash suspense is probably the best way to put it. It was a great thriller slash suspense movie. Just a little brief synopsis of it. It stars Liam Neeson. He's an air marshal on a plane, and essentially he gets a text message through a secure network that every 20 minutes this passenger was going to kill someone. So obviously he's kind of panicked, and basically the entire movie is him trying to figure out who this is. And he's also actually kind of framed as the hijacker of the plane, despite the fact that he's trying to protect everyone. So it's a nice little twist that they throw in there, and it does what it's supposed to do. And like I said, when I evaluate movies or rate movies, I go based off the fact that did the movie achieve what it intended to achieve? And did this movie excite me? Was it a thriller? Was it suspenseful? Yeah, it did. It did a great job, and the action scenes were okay, and they were built up pretty well. Suspense was great too.
Yeah. So you're saying action scenes. This whole is this whole entire movie up in the air on an airplane? How action filled can you get? Exactly.
And the good thing is they don't get too far fetched with it. So they're not going to have epic, gunfights going off everywhere, with it. So they boil it down a little bit to make it more realistic, and that's what keeps it. It keeps it a little bit more subtly intense, as opposed to just being completely over the top, like Snakes on a Plane sort of deal.
So does it have you guessing the whole entire time, like who you think the actual assassin is?
Yeah, it does keep you guessing for a little bit. They do a great job in terms of throwing a couple red herrings in there, and like red herrings, it's basically like they'll lead you one way, but then lead you. It's an intentional lead to lead you this way, but then it'll say like, all right, so you eliminate this person from the equation. But then they come back and say, oh, wait, maybe it wasn't what you thought. So it does a great job in terms of keeping you guessing. So like I said, the suspense part was pretty good. I guess I could say the only problem I had with the movie, and you can kind of see this in any sort of action movie, and the premise of this is actually kind of ridiculous, but the one problem I had were the plot holes and some of the real world problems in terms of just not being realistic in terms of, all right, if you're a federal air marshal, you should be trained a lot better to do this, to handle this sort of situation. If you're the terrorist that's hijacking the plane, you should be a lot more prepared, and you'll notice that towards the end once they start to do the whole reveal. I mean, it all culminates to this huge climactic scene at the end, but then it kind of leaves you wanting a little bit more. It's kind of just like, really, that's it, But it still does a great job in terms of the build-up. So 90% of the movie was a great job in terms of keeping you on the edge of your seat, keeping you guessing, but little anticlimactic.
Any other big name stars in the movie?
Outside of Liam Neeson, there's Julianne Moore, four-time, I think, Oscar-nominated actress. Let's see. There was, I hate the fact that I forgot her name, but she was actually nominated for Best Supporting Actress at the Oscars for 12 Years a Slave. I think Lupita Nyong'o, I think. I probably butchered that name. But she literally had 5 lines the entire movie. So a little wasted talent, but still, it was nice to see her in there.
So out of 5 stars?
I'd give it 3 stars.
Okay.
3 stars. Like I said, it was a nice, suspenseful action movie that did what it was supposed to do, but some of the plot holes bothered me a little bit.
All right.
Still good.
All right. Thanks for that.
No problem.
We'll be right back.